Good morning, everyone. I had decided that we are going to talk about ninth class syllabus of social science. And I was waiting for the book, so I took a little longer. But yes, I know you must have gone through two, three chapters also because we have Goel Publications book. So it must be available for everybody. And the students must be doing in different ways. But as we all know, that syllabus has already been released by CBSE, and this time it's a new book, not the old one, the four division of the social science subject, history, geography, pol science, and then you have your economics. But this time it's not like that. We have two parts of the book, and accordingly the syllabus has been released. So here you can see the syllabus is given. It is on the CBSE website under the curriculum. You can find it there. And as you can see already that it is completely based on NEP 2020 and NCF 2023. So it, and what is NEP? It's National Education Policy, which is the new one, and NCF is National Curriculum Framework for School Education. So it is that, and this time the complete, as you all know, that the books are changing from 6 to 12 every class, but it will take time. Right now, even 6th, 7th, 8th books have been changed already, and it's a very good way to learn your subject to connect with your Indian knowledge system, because earlier it was completely having different perspective. This time perspective is completely Indian. How we people are going to learn our subject to relate it to our lives, and how it is going to be very useful for all of us. So here you can see that the books have not been released yet, but yes, it is going to come soon, because I checked the website just now and it is showing coming soon. The books are coming soon. The old one on on its website, NCRT website, where the textbooks are available, e-textbook, it is not now there. The old one is not now there, and they have written it like coming soon. So, yes, the new books are coming and we have the syllabus already. So, we will be going through all that. First of all, we'll be going through the syllabus, because when we understand this syllabus, we understand the subject better, that what to be learned under the subject. So, we all know that in from ninth class, you should know what is the subject code of social science. It is 087 for CBSE, and in 10th also it will remain same. So if you remember it now, it will be good for you. So here you can see that social science subject, and it is the syllabus for 2026-27, and how it is rational to all of us, because it is now relating to Indian knowledge system, that is IKS. Okay, what are the aims and objectives? Why we are learning social science in a different perspective this time? Because this can be enabled, like whatever we want to develop disciplinary knowledge and understanding of how society functions through an interplay of historical, geographical, social, economic, and political factors. That's why this time books are not different, and we are going to learn it integrated. And there will be only two books with two parts as per now, as much as we know. This can be enabled through how we are going to get it. So it will be gained through an understanding of continuity and change in human civilization, its causes and effect, and its impact on modern life, and understanding of interaction between nature and human beings. You're learning it from sixth class, even from fourth, fifth class. But this time, with a new ideology in mind, that we have to apply everything in our lives, and we need to make the knowledge useful to us. It's not just that you're learning and it's not going to be used anywhere. Although I think social science is the most relevant subject when you're learning, because everywhere in life you get that you have to understand things through social science. So it will create an awareness and understanding of diversity of people and their practices in different societies, then regions and cultures within society, and awareness of the various social, political, economic institutions, their origin, functioning, and transformations over time. All these we are going to learn. It's not going to be that traditional as we used to learn few chapters in history, few chapters in geography. It is not like that. So these are the way, and we are going to develop skills also. Those skills which we can use to interpret whatever is happening around. Like if it's election, you can connect that knowledge with the to interpret what exactly is happening. If you're following the state elections these days, skills in recognizing spatial patterns map we do, but why we do? Because we have to understand how spatial patterns are and how to read maps, because it is going to help you in future when you are going to become the cartographer. Even when you are using GPS, you will understand how these maps are drawn and how it is having certain interconnected concepts and processes. Skills of creative and analytical thinking to form informed opinions, demonstrate logical decision making, and incline towards a problem solving attitude. So this time, not this time, from like the beginning of learning, it is the only thing that we have to learn how to solve problem in the society. So this time it is going to be oriented towards problem solving. Whatever you're learning, you're going to uh, use it to solve your problems, real life problems. Skills to collect, you will be learning about the skills to collect, organize, analyze, represent, and present data and information on various historical, geographical, socio-political issues. Okay, and skills to question unsubstantiated ideas, biasnesses, and you can see stereotypes and assumptions to foster scientific temper and propose meaningful responses to contemporary concerns of the society. So these all are going to help us uh, with real life. That's why it is different this time. And there are certain goals given. So what are the different goals? You will read and you will understand. It is chapter wise divided. Okay, so you should read it once, and then the competencies, what competency, which topic is going to help develop which competency. These all are that, and then comes your chapters. This is the type, the like the outline of your syllabus. When you see, so there are total 17 chapters. No, 16 chapters, nine in one part and seven in the other part. And if you will see the chapter understanding social science, you never thought that you will be getting a chapter like this where you have to understand what social science is. But yes, when till the time you're not going to get what is social science, why we are learning these subjects, what are these, how it is going to help, and how it is not just a subject but a discipline having broader scope, having like vocational scope in our life, like how we can be something after learning social science individually. So this is how it is going to help you, a chapter which is, I think, very important. Then we have shaping of the earth's surface. Earth's surface, how it is shaped, although you learn it from seventh class, that what is the interior of the earth's surface, what are the exogenic and endogenic forces, how are the different landforms developed, and this time disaster is also included in this. So it's going to be very interesting for you to learn, and then try to find out its relevant, how it is going to help us in our emergency situation like natural disasters, and how we can find out the mitigation techniques. Atmosphere and climate, it was always a part of our syllabus. We learned it in seventh class as well. So you're going to learn, and earlier also on the old syllabus, this chapter was there, atmosphere and climate, in which you're going to learn about the structure, composition, elements of weather and climate, seasons of India, monsoon, climate change, flood, carbon footprints. That is a different thing this time. So you're going to learn about it. Then we have, now this is how you're going to learn the subject, like it is interlinked, it interconnected, integrated, early humans and beginning of civilization. So here you're going to learn about how, like from the beginning of humans on the earth until now, what evolution, how civilizations came, how it all started, that we people are nowadays, like how we are today, is going to be connected with how early humans were and how the civilization began. I think it will be giving a different perspective this time, as I could see the different books of eighth class. and seventh and sixth class. That is very creatively written this time. So I think it is also going to help us with the knowledge of this. Okay. So, so here you can see that we have this next chapter, state and society. So now there is a chapter related to sociology also, where you're going to learn about state, about the society, how it used to be, what was the administration, what was the geographical location and features belonging to a particular region, and how it became like the past became quest for knowledge, educational heritage, institutions, knowledge traditions, and cultural practices. We are going to explore all these things, even the trade and traders, trade routes, guilds, merchants, crafts, and industries. Please learn all the things in the perspective as it is shared here. The learning outcomes, like you, each child should be able to explain various facets of Vedic society and polity, appreciate the achievement of Indian empires and the cultural legacy, understand the knowledge, traditions, and practices of India, understand the foundation of Indian social and political institutions and their continuity. So, if you will see what is the objective of that lesson, and if you read it carefully, then the chapter will be easy to learn, and there will be a different perspective, not just to learn and write in the exam, but you will understand your country better. Democracy, main features and types of democracy. We have to learn it because yes, in the modern world every country has the system, very popular system, and of course because it talks about equality. So yes, and then roots of democracy in India. What are the different roots of democracy in India? We'll be talking about it. Challenges to democracy. We every day see it because we live in a democratic country. It will be very easy for us to understand. Also, democratic systems in the world. There are different countries like USA, France, Russia, Canada, India, even China, which like talks about democracy, but we all know. So these how we are going to like analyze how type which type of system they have and how they are running it. Then we have elections, a separate chapter, always it was in ninth class, electoral system. It is similar to that, where you're going to talk about the factors of importance of election, electoral system, delimitation commission. It was very much in talks these days. Delimitation commission and delimitation bill was there, if you understand. So all these things we are going to talk in this chapter. Then election commission of India and its role. It is very much evident in West Bengal these days. Constituency, electoral rolls, enumerators, and then party systems in India, like which political parties are there. Earlier, it used to be taught in 10th class, but this time it is in this. And you will be learning about anti defection law, which is like very much important. And if you know Raghav Chadda, if you don't know, you will be searching about it. And if you know that he has just switched the party from which to which, you will be writing in comment. So you will be learning about the provisions which is given in the constitution about such situations. Okay, then we have building blocks in economics. Now comes economics, where we are going to talk about scarcity of resources, which is like very evident. Then opportunity cost and the need for making choices. In this, what economists do, actually, we are going to talk about it, and we'll understand that how can you become a merchant, a businessman, the one who is setting up new business, who's doing a new startup. So you will be learning about all these things from this chapter. It will be very relevant if you learn it carefully. What to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. Many of the students are having the aptitude, like of the business minded people. They always have this aptitude. But yes, those who are not having and they want to, they're willing to do it. They will definitely be benefited with this. Different types of markets we have, different types of economic systems we have, like the planned one, like like government planned economy, or the mixed economy, or the independent market. So everything is there, and we're going to learn about them, about the planned free market and mixed economic systems here. And then welfare economy, like where we talk about the society first, not the welfare of the society first, and not the profit. So how it works, and which system India follows we will be seeing. Then we have the price puzzle. What drives the market? We all know what drives the market. That is the demand. So of course, when you are going to learn the previous chapter, which is the building blocks in economics, you will understand this, that how real world deviations from textbook theories. Theories are so many, but how does the real thing work? You will be learning in this, and it is going to be very interesting that you are going to be the one who's exploring the market, you are understanding the things. And see, it's not just from reading the textbook. You need to be active, like you're going to talk about everything, and you're going to like explore markets, you're going to explore society and find out your answers. It's not this time that the teachers will be only teaching, but it's the students who are going to learn, who are going to bring the new things on table. So that's it from the first part. Second part, we have 7 chapters, in which the first one is related to geography, that is oceans and life. Oceans and life, it's all about water. We are going to talk about oceanic waves, current, like some geographical concepts, and we will be learning about salinity. We will be learning about ocean currents, ocean water waves, tides, marine sources, resources. You learned about it in 8th class, what type of resources we are getting from marine. You have learned about the marine based industry, right? Cyclone, tsunami, which are type of disasters which people living around the oceans face. So we will be learning about them. We will understand international maritime rules and regulations. Right now, you must be hearing, if you know, if you follow YouTube and news, you must be knowing about Dhruv Rathi's video where it is talking about the international maritime thing, resources, and he's being trolled about it because he does not know about it much and he's talking about it. So that's why it is very much important to consume things very wisely. And if you will be having the knowledge, you will definitely counter such misinformations. Then we have life on Earth, which is a chapter related to geography, and you can say science also, where you will be talking about biomes. You'll be talking about distribution and characteristics, biosphere reserves in India. Then forest and ecotourism, forest dwellers, who used to live in forest, who are now living in forest, how is their livelihood and what challenges they faced in past, forest and wildlife conservation. All these you're going to learn, and then the government's efforts. Definitely we should know what government is doing to support forest dwellers and conserve the forest. So we'll be learning about all this in this chapter. The third chapter is resistance and resilience, and the time period is given from 1000 Common Era to 1700 Common Era. In between that, we'll be learning how we resisted the foreign invasions and how we continued following our culture, we protected our culture, and how it was established by our rulers. So, safeguarding sovereignty, resistance, alliance, confederacies, development of art and architecture, language, literature, which you see today. So many books, so many languages. In like India, we have so many languages, thousands of languages we have. So, how they developed and what were the literatures that time written, how the bhakti tradition started, how forts and fortifications happened, and for what reasons, like why it happened. Expansion of Indian economy and state, we'll be talking about that also. So, as you can see here, also the chapters are like denoting a particular subject, but when you're learning inside, you have all the subjects. Right, you're talking in this chapter about bhakti tradition, which is history. You're talking about forts and fortification, where geography was so much required. You're talking about resistance, it is also physical features also help. And you're talking about the government, right? You're talking about the sovereignty, it is related to political science. Then you're talking about expansion of Indian economy and state, it is related to your economics. So everything is there, and it is integrated approach. You need to understand India and the world. And now we are moving further. So India and the world between this time period, 1900 before Common Era and 1200 Common Era. So in this time period, how India and the world connected with trade and commerce, obviously. And we had trade, like in the ancient time, we had trade with Mesopotamia, Greece, Roman Empire, China, Southeast Asia. So all these places. So we'll be learning about them. Then we'll be learning about cultural connections, interaction with Greece and Rome and Central Asia and China, and influence on Southeast Asia, of all these things, what was happening at that time. We'll be learning about Indian knowledge system, how medicine was a very like a thing which was explored in India very much at that time. We will be talking about mathematics. We all know Aryabhatta, but we will be knowing more than that. Astronomy, we will be talking about medicine, religion, and everything. Then comes authority. As we all know, authority means when you are taking responsibility and you have the role to play. So you're going to learn about Kautilya, of course. We all know that Arthashastra, a book was written by him. Kautilya, Chanakya, we all know him with these names. So we'll be learning about that. Definitely we'll be talking about constitutional status of justice and security during ancient time, and then we'll be talking about the linking the role of citizens with the elections and democratic institution, how it was running at that time. We will be learning about that. Then we have types of authority: functional, sensitive, welfare oriented. We have these type of things still, but it is a little evolved. So we will be connecting them and we'll be understanding them. From ideas to startups, like you have certain ideas, definitely you have today, and you participate in so many competitions, you show your ideas there, and definitely many of you are also trying to like start your new business with new ideas. So that is your startups. So here you would be learning basics of those things. So what is entrepreneurship, and you will be explaining the resources required to start a business, case studies of successful entrepreneurs. Then you'll be talking about creative destructions with examples. Then you'll be talking about startup ecosystem in India. How does it being I mean, how is it being supported by the government, or what are the failures? We'll be talking about that as well. Then we have Make in India initiative, role of MSME. You know, you must be knowing about uh, the small and medium businesses, entrepreneurs who are being supported by the government these days too much, so that they can like bring up new ideas and we can have certain industries developed by them. So this, and then stages of starting and executing a business idea through a business plan. So it is then how you are going to start it. What are the different stages? We'll be talking about it. Some basic accounting concepts. See how things are now being integrated. I think these concepts are in 11th and 12th, and you are going to learn it now very simply in this class only, and which is a good thing, because this is the base. You will be learning the basic things in ninth class, and then you will be applying it after 10th. Even if you're not taking social science or humanities, you will be having certain basic ideas which you can use in your life. Smart ways to manage your finances. Now, if you are into businesses, you must be having certain financial decisions to be taken, right? You will be taking certain decisions. So how this lesson is going to help you by telling relevance of personal financial management in daily life, inflation and its impact on purchasing. Nowadays, you must be listening about inflation. It can come. So what is that, and how it is going to affect our purchasing power? And how it is affecting our overall life. Simple and compound interest rate, you learn about it in maths, I guess, but now you're going to learn it in social science as well. So it is quite integrating multidisciplinary subject now. Various savings and investments options like fixed deposit, stock, bonds, mutual funds, etc. Risk and insurance, personal income tax. So all these you're going to learn, because the question was always that why we were not taught the basic things which are required in life. This time it is happening, and I'm very happy to see the syllabus updated one. Okay, so you again you will be having internal assessment for 20 marks, which you have in 10th class also, where you will be given four things for five marks each. First is pen paper test, weekly test, unit test, whatever you call it. Periodic assessment, everything will be included in this. And then comes your multiple assessment, where your teachers must be telling you to do quiz, debate, role play, viva voce, and every such thing you need to participate actively. That will help you to gain confidence, gain knowledge, and you would be feeling more confident. A subject enrichment activity project work, there will be a project work given for sure. Portfolio activity where you do whatever things uh, which shows your growth, which shows your uh, everyday growth actually. That would be your portfolio. So this way you would be learning your social science for this session of mine 2026 and 27. There are two books mentioned, social science part 1 and part 2, which has not been released yet, and we are waiting for it because as it is written already coming soon, so it must be coming early. And thank you so much. Tell me that if you understood the syllabus or not. If there's any question, you can ask me in the comment, or I will be talking about it like my Insta handle later. First, you understand and tell me if you understood things properly or not. Thank you so much. I would be leaving now. Thank you.